back and I'm better than ever. I think I got a vendetta. Oh, now they call me, I seen them. All of those times getting severed. I told them all I can let up. They get not tired of me never. Give me a shot and I swear I shoot like Berettas. Yeah, yeah. They get in.
Hello, AJ is here. We've got two beautiful cars. First BMW 320i 2023, and then we've got 2012 BMW 328. And we are gonna...
Who the f is that guy? Get the f out of my video. Okay, like he said, 2012 BMW 328i, my personal car, and this beautiful, actually the last beautiful BMW ever made, 2023 G20 320i. Today we are gonna see how different they are, what 10 years of innovation has brought to us, and whether it's worth it to go for the more expensive car or not. Alright, so the 2012 328 has an N20 engine, which is 2-liter 4-cylinder, making 250 horsepower.
And then this beautiful brand new car comes with a B48 engine, which is 4-cylinder and 2 liters, makes it 180 horsepower.
So basically they are the same capacity, same number of cylinders, just that the B48 is the successor to the N20, which makes it a lot more reliable from what we've seen so far. 250 horsepower, 180 horsepower. This is not a fair comparison because this is the 328, and technically the successor to the 328 should be a 330i, which also has the same exact engine but with 250 horsepower. But we couldn't get our hands on a 330i. Life is not fair, so...
Sorry AJ, can I have a bottle of water please?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks mate.
But that was harsh. Okay, in terms of looks, I think modern BMWs look like, but if I were to choose any one of them, I would choose this. This is the last good-looking BMW ever. And the F30 just takes my heart every time. The F30, the F80, they are just beautiful. The more you go back, in my opinion, there's just something about them that makes me feel very old. This car, at least it still has the small grills. It has the beautiful headlights. At least they still have like these angelized. Before they became like flat. And then weird looking rims as always for the economical versions. This car has the M Sport package, so it does look very beautiful, very classy. I absolutely love it. If it did have black grills, some lips, and some of the modifications that I have already done to my own car, I think this car would look absolutely insane. One of my friends has a 340 that's just like, oh my god, it's beautiful. This car has a lot of gimmicks which I frankly don't give a shit about. For example,
It's so warm in there. Absolutely disgraceful.
Yeah.
I'm not getting paid enough for that.
Not getting paid.
My favorite feature in this car, when you get close to the car, if you have your key, it will open automatically, and then if you go far away from it, as we may go now, the car gets locked. And then as soon as we walk in, we can open it, and then that's my favorite feature, I say, in this car. It has a voiceover like Siri in iPhone. Hey BMW, turn on the AC.
I will activate the air conditioning.
Done. So everything gets easier for you.
Absolutely unnecessary because we have hands.
Excuse me,
You know?
you need class. It's 2024. You don't need F30 that doesn't have any big screens, you know, like you need class, you need interior, you need luxuriousness, you know. Show me the features of your car.
So with the F30, you have to kick it really hard and then it will open the trunk for you. You need to have a bottle of oil at all times in your trunk, no matter what. When you get close to the car, the remote actually works because it's low on battery all the time. Doesn't have comfort access, so it's harder for thieves to use their antenna to unlock your car from your key. And then when you get in, there is no distractions. Always wondered why BMW and all the car manufacturers are always moving towards such a like technologically like whatever, we don't need this from a car standpoint, until I met with someone who
Needs class.
I guess BMW is making their cars for.
We need Hey BMW in our cars,
Yeah,
which makes our
yeah, 'cause-
stuff much more easier.
Yeah, much easier. It's much easier to turn on the AC by saying, hey BMW, turn on the AC, than just pressing one button.
There's another cool feature in this car. For example, you have a meeting at 8:30 a.m. and the weather is so hot. There's a feature which...
One eternity later.
Okay, shall we get to the drive?
Yeah.
We shall.
Now let's go ahead and drive both cars and see, I mean, what's changed in the past 10 years. What the hell is this?
What is this?
Give me an actual gear shifter. I need to hold something in my hand. So I've had around 2 days with this car and it's comfortable. It is a very enjoyable experience. The screens are a little distracting. They look nice. I thought I would like them more. I don't. I really don't. I still like the previous version of this with the separate screens because I felt like it's little less distracting. This car drives very much like an F30 because it's a little bigger, which I don't really appreciate, but it's not that much. It's a little stiffer in my opinion in corners. The F30 chassis bends quite a bit in my opinion, which is something that I don't appreciate about the F30, about the stock F30. This car is very comfortable. It handles very well. It handles like every other BMW. It's absolutely amazing. And there's nothing bad that I could say about it. It doesn't change the fact that the car is just too gimmicky. For example, why do I have to go through a few settings to like adjust my AC, or why do I have to go through this while I'm driving? This has been very, very distracting for me, honestly. It looks like an iPad, and I don't want to play with an iPad. If I were to purchase one of these, I would definitely go with the 330 or the 340 if you can afford it, because this thing is just like, I'm revving it out and there's nothing. I just got to 100 after like 10 working days. Very slow, and the 330 is a much faster car. In terms of braking, Sherry, brace yourself. It's bad. Where they overheat very fast and they are not great. I did not enjoy it, but the brakes in the 330i and the 340i are absolutely amazing. So 320i, in terms of braking, again, not my thing. If we are going to talk about how this car feels compared to the F30, it's pretty similar. If you have a very good condition F30 stock, it feels pretty similar to this. We're going to talk about my car specifically right now, which is quite modified. I'm going to make a point. This is slow. Driving this car, well, the first thing you notice when you sit inside the car is that there is like nothing distracting you. This is basically obsolete. There is nothing you can do with it except just like choose your music. There's absolutely nothing you can do. Maybe your journey computer and music, which is a good thing and a bad thing. The second thing is all these analogs, like just they are more up to my field. You have a little bit of a digital display for some information that you absolutely need. You have actual buttons for your AC and everything. The one technology that's annoying about this car is that it doesn't have Apple CarPlay, but it's a 2012. If you get a 2016, 2017, 2018 F30, I believe you can get Apple CarPlay on it as well. So I just have to, whenever I drive this car, use Waze on my phone, which is not a big deal, honestly. The point I was trying to get across is, should you buy a brand new, like absolutely amazing warranty, all this bells and whistles, like screen, spend a lot of money on it, a lot of money. These cars are expensive. What's the difference in the experience? The money that you save by buying this car instead of a brand new car could be spent on modifications, could be spent on coilovers, could be spent on exhaust. Could you do that with that car as well? Yes, you can. But then you're just gonna like, yeah, could you have unlimited money and then do whatever the f you want? Yes, right? But in terms of driving experience, they are very similar. I get a little bit more road noise out of this because it has all these modifications and coilovers and stuff, but I've driven my friends' stock cars and they are very similar. By the way, for those of you who are new to this channel, first of all, subscribe. Second of all, this specific car has a built motor. It's forged. Might be weird to have a built 4-cylinder, but it is a built 4-cylinder. It doesn't make more power than stock yet because the car is not broken in, but it's going to pretty soon. But just to demonstrate how slow the 320 is, I'm gonna do a drag race right now, and we are gonna beat the shit out of the 320, and I'm gonna keep it below maybe 5,000 RPM on this car. 1, 2, 3. Four thousand RPM.
Lips.
Man, my lip has seen like 320 slow. At least get a 330. At least, for the love of God. Still has a B48. It's a little more expensive, but I mean, it's very well worth it. This car puts a smile on my face, even though I absolutely hate it that it breaks down all the time. I mean, in terms of city driving, the 320 takes the win. And in terms of twisty roads, they are very similar, very similar. So what should you do if you wanted to buy a new car for yourself? Should you get a G20 or should you get an F30? I mean, if you want to show off to everyone that you have a brand new car and it's all fancy and it's like it's a brand new car and it's like you have a lot of money, you should absolutely get the G20. But if you want an amazing driving experience, you don't want to spend a whole lot of money and all you care about, all you're passionate about is driving, should you get a G20? Absolutely not.
Did you saw, as we saw in the drag race,
I was on 4,000 RPM.
get F30, every like 4 months you should change the engine. That's what we. My point of view.
Can't argue with that.
My point of view is, get a brand new car, 5 years warranty. They do whatever because you're paying them. You're paying the BMW. You're paying for quality. You want quality. You don't have to pay 17 grand or 20 grand for every like 4 months to change the whole engine. Be honest, in front of everyone. How many times have you changed the F30 engine?
Twice. It's third engine, but
how many times that one got changed?
because it has 12,000 kilometers on it, probably, yeah, it's the first engine.
Done.
My argument is, I have a G30, it's been in the shop for 2 months. This was in the shop for 4 months. I'm still paying a lot of loan on that car, which I don't have the car. This car is paid for in cash, right? This car breaks down, I don't give a shit. I paid 1/4 of what I paid for my G30 for this car, and
you don't get, you get to not use your car for 4 months.
yeah, I still haven't used my G30, which I paid 4 times the money for in 4 months.
In general, get a Myvi.
In general,
Get a Myvi.
has an N20 engine from BMW, 2 cylinders. F you. 2 cylinders.